Hi everybody, Teddy here with Blade and Simple, back with another review for you guys. Product out of China. Just give it a shot, okay? China, yes, but trust me, give this one a shot. This is the Real Steel Bushcraft 2 in D2 steel. Really impressed by this one. When we get into it, you'll see why. And if you watched my last video, you know what's coming. If you didn't, here you go. Yes, I'm a cigar guy. Yes, you're gonna see these. This is a knife review, okay? Knife review, but I'm a cigar lover too. Kill two birds with one stone. Give me a break. I've been hearing a lot about people complaining about smoking in videos. What's the worst that can happen? Are you worried about digital secondhand smoke? You're probably the only person on the planet with smell-o-vision, okay? Give me a break, all right? I love cigars. My money, my basement. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's just that simple. For you guys and girls out there, sorry, ladies out there that like cigars, gotta give this one a try. This is by AJ Fernandez. This is the last call. It's Nicaraguan. It's an Ecuadorian Habano Rosado wrapper. Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. Full bodied. It's a Petite Robusto. It's 4.5 by 42 ring gauge. It's earthy, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of leather. You get a little bit of cedar, maybe a little pepper depending on your palate. Very full cigar, awesome smoke. If you're traveling through Ontario, Canada, check out a place called Casa del Humidor. You'll be impressed. You're going to love it. Check them out. Casa del Humidor. Tell them Teddy sent you. All right. Now, as my last video, I would like to give you company background information to, like I said before, help you make a sound decision whether or not this product will be right for you. But in this case, there's really not much I can tell you. There's not a lot of information about this company. It's a new company. It was founded, Real Steel Company was actually founded in 2013 on the east coast of China. I'm not going to pronounce the name of the city. I'm going to butcher the hell out of that name. So I won't even attempt it. Okay, it's begins with an H. It hangs something. Okay, that's all you're going to get out of me. If I offend anybody who's Chinese or of Chinese ancestry or speaks Chinese, dude, I'm sorry. I'm from the Caribbean, okay? I don't understand what the hell that name is. So let's just say it's the east coast of China. I'll leave it at that. Now, they were founded in 2013, and they mainly focused on the foreign market because on mainland China, they're not allowed to sell folding knives with locking backs. So they mainly focused on the foreign market. But before the Real Steel Company even started, the manufacturing facility where they produce these knives and their other products were producing blades for 15 plus years. So they do have a lot of experience with blades and similar products. But Real Steel, new company. Only been around a couple of years and we're going into 2017. So let's hope we see some more good stuff from this company. Now, 1 second. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Okay, let's get into this. Now, drop point design. The blade length is 4.125 inch. Overall length of 8.625 inches. 3.5 millimeter thickness. Just 6.7 ounce. G10 scales. Black G10, red liner, jimping on the spine, Scandi grind, like I said, drop point design, classic bushcraft design blade. Comes with a kydex sheath. Nice taco shell design. Great kydex sheath. I'll tell you about that. Rockwell hardness on this, 59 to a 61. Very, very hard steel. So, like I said, it is D2. So, great edge retention. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like D2 steel because they're worried about chipping, etc. It's nice steel, very sharp, holds a great edge, but it's going to chip on you. It's going to crack. I've used the hell out of that, and I haven't noticed any of it. They also say, well, it's extremely hard to sharpen. I haven't noticed that either. Like I said, guys, get yourself one of these, okay? Really, get yourself one of these. This is a work sharp field sharpener. It's inexpensive. It weighs next to nothing. You have a diamond, you have 2 diamond plates, ceramic rod, and your leather strap. It'll do the job every time, okay? Inexpensive. Read the instructions. Yes, read the instructions. You're going to love this. Throw it in your pack. You'll never have an issue. So with the D2 steel, I really don't notice an issue. I've used it. I've batoned with it. You're not going to baton with this, okay? It's not a chopper. It's a bushcraft blade, okay? You're not going to chop with this. Unless you're a Keebler elf, you're not going to chop with this, okay? But it is a very comfortable blade. You have 2 nice brass pins here and a generous lanyard hole at the end. Very, very comfortable. You have a little belly here that has a really nice keelon or groove. Situates your finger right in there. And this nice upsweep back really fits your hand very well. Almost like I would say, a teardrop shape, a really tapered shape. Starts off thin, really thick at the base, really fills out your hand really nicely. And I wear extra large size gloves, so very comfortable. If you're into chest cuts, it does have these tapered scales towards the end where you can lay your thumb flat. You can do your chest cuts. You're not going to notice this edge riding the inside of your thumb, which is great. No hot spots there. If you're a hunter, you can lay your finger right along the spine, lay your thumb flat, and you can do your fine detail work. No problem. You really can't pinch up on this blade too much because of the width of this blade. It's not very wide blade, so you really can't pinch up, but you can get your finger there and you can do your detail work. There is a little bit of a finger choil or a little choil or whatever the hell that is. I don't know. I don't see why the hell they put it there. In my opinion, it's probably just decorative, and I would rather just not see it there. I would have rather just a straight ricasso, and put a straight ricasso, a lot more functional. It's a nice design, but it's pointless. I don't like jimping on a spine, but in this knife, it's necessary. And I'm going to get into that when we start doing some work with this blade. You're going to see why it's necessary. And like I said, black G10 scales, nice red liner. Really nice design. The machining is fantastic. There's no edges. It's phenomenal. So let's do some work with this. You're not going to chop with this, okay? So what I'm going to do a little bit of kindling. We'll do a little bit of feather sticking. We'll see what it can do. All right? Really nice. Really sturdy in my hand, actually. I don't feel the handle wanting to twist or roll in my hands. Very comfortable. I felt secure in my grip. I really, really, really like this. The Scandi grind forces the wood apart, so it's great for doing kindling. There's no chipping, no rolling. There's no microchipping of the edge that I can feel. Feels fantastic. Let's see how it does at feather sticking. Well, I'm not going to feather stick with that, so let's try this piece. This edge is phenomenal. It's just shaving this wood. I mean, if you were to take your time, like I said, I'm not gonna, like I said before, sorry, I'm not gonna try and impress you with my feather stick abilities. I'm just trying to show you what this knife can do and why I'm impressed with it. I mean, you can get some really, really fine curls with this thing. And it's very easy. There's no real force on this blade. I'm not forcing the blade. I'm not really pushing through the material. I'm just sliding it and letting the blade do the work for me. As you can see, I'm just sliding the blade. Like I said before in my other video, just ride this edge right there. Just ride that edge. Slightly tilted. You're going to get great feather sticks. Let's see if it can do, okay, you fans of chest cuts. I'm not. Let's see if it can do chest cuts. Got wood everywhere. Does a great job. Great job. Like I said, I'm not a fan of chest cuts. You can also do little push cuts. Let's see. Do a little push cut. Yep. See right there? Just do that push cut. Yeah. And it's no real issue. It's just flying through this material. So, fantastic. Great edge. Like I said, no chipping, no rolling, no micro chipping of this blade. Still extremely sharp. Very impressed. And as you were noticing, if you paid attention, you would notice my finger was on this jimping. Don't like jimping, but in this knife, it's absolutely necessary. Okay. I wear extra large size gloves, and these knives were designed to fit standard glove size, mainly up to like a large. So if you have a large size hands, beautiful design, comfortable. As you can see, gripping on this blade, gripping on the handle, sorry, my hand is bigger than this handle, but it's still extremely comfortable. This front keylon here with this little belly, for lack of a better expression, acts like a ramp, in my opinion. It pushes your finger right into this groove. Because there's no real guard here, you feel like you're going to run onto this blade. So you're constantly keeping your finger on this jimping, especially when you're doing push cuts or you're doing any kind of slicing, feather sticking. You're going to keep your finger on this jimping. So the jimping does come in extremely handy. It's not aggressive at all. At all. I don't like using gloves. I do use them. I'm not a fan of them, but I do use them. But I don't feel, it's not biting into my finger, my thumb, sorry. It's not aggressive. I don't feel any hot spots, really what I would consider a serious hot spot on my finger. There's no blisters. It's actually really comfortable. But if you prefer gloves, use gloves. It won't bother you at all. I do love this taper design. Fills my hand perfectly, especially around my pinky finger here. Really gives me a nice secure grip. You do have a lanyard hole here. I guess you could do a pinky lanyard if you wanted to. I really don't see a need to. I love the drop point design. It has great belly to this blade. Amazing cutting. Great edge retention. This is far better than a couple knives I had that are in 1095. Edge retention on this is far better. Phenomenal knife. Very impressed. The one thing I am going to complain about, it does not have a 90-degree spine. You know, knife makers out there, please, give us a 90-degree spine, okay? We're constantly asking for it, and I said it before. There's a lot of uses for it, not just ferro rod. You're looking at, you can do scraping, you can do kindling, you can do a tinder material. There's a lot of uses for it, okay? It's not just ferrocerium rod, okay? So please, just give us a 90-degree spine, all right? The sheath it comes with. Nice Kydex sheath, taco shell design. You have a really nice push-off point here for your thumb. You can carry it left or right. You have various mounting options here. You can carry it on either side. You can carry it scout style, whatever you choose. The belt loop. Here's a belt loop. It's actually pretty good. It's not a bad system. I like it. I wouldn't say I hate it. I like it. It's better than what comes on some other blades I have. So really nice design. You have a nice drainage hole at the bottom here. Now the one thing I am going to complain about this sheath, the one complaint I do have, look, you see, edge retention, the retention in here, fantastic. No rattling, no noise, phenomenal, lightweight, small package. Here's a problem I have with this blade. This system, sorry. This drainage hole. I would love to see, you see right there, drainage hole. I would love to see the drainage hole at the bottom of these sheaths, okay? Just allow that water to run through, okay? The D2 steel, phenomenal steel. It's less corrosive than your standard carbon steel. This is a carbon steel, but it's less corrosive. It will rust. It will rust. It's not stainless, but it will rust at a lot slower rate. So it's a little bit more forgiving, especially if you guys who are in, you know, wet climates, Canada, North America, wherever it may be, wet, rainy, snow, whatever, be a great option. So as a package, and yes, it's a package, okay? Like I said in my previous video, when I buy a knife, I buy a package. A lot of people say, well, you buy the blade, you don't buy a sheath. No, you buy a package. That's what you're paying for, okay? And I'm tired of companies out there, really, in my opinion, ripping off the consumer by giving you a phenomenal blade and a really crappy sheath. And then on top of the money you just spent, you have to in turn spend $60 to $80 to replace the crappy sheath that you got with a custom sheath. It makes no sense to me. It's like buying a car and finding out afterwards wheels and tires are extra. No, you got to find that somewhere else. So it just makes no sense. Okay, so Real Steel, awesome product. Love the sheath. Love this blade. It is a bit small for someone with my hands, you know, extra large size hands, but no real issues. It's very comfortable. I can use this for elongated periods of time without having hand fatigue, without the hot spots. It does a fantastic job. Just please, a couple things. Get rid of this little choil there. It's pointless. And if you can, make this handle just a little bit larger. That will accommodate larger size hands. Move this belly here, move it back a little so you don't feel like your fingers constantly run the risk of running onto that blade. But if you, like I said, if you wear large or smaller size gloves, you're not going to have an issue with this blade. So as a package, almost a 5. Actually, almost a 5. Couple little things I would change. So I would say 4.7, maybe 4.5. Phenomenal. And what makes it so much better is the price. You're looking at 55 bucks, between 45 to 55, depending on where you look. I'm sure you can find it cheaper somewhere else. Amazon, you have Knife Center or Blade HQ. If you're in Ontario or you're in Canada anywhere, you can check out srknives.com. You have a lot of options out there. I'm sure you can find this. So in Canada, I'm looking about the $60, $70 range, give or take. I'm not really sure. But phenomenal value. Great product, phenomenal value, out of China. It is Chinese, but come on, most of the knives you guys buy are manufactured or assembled in China or something to do with China, Taiwan. Okay, so give this a shot. You're gonna love this blade. You're gonna find a lot of uses for it. So get out there, make use of them. Keep your knives sharp. Keep them in the sheath. Keep them oiled. You take care of your blades, guys. They'll be there when you need them. So till next time, I'm Teddy, and you're watching Blade and Simple.